So I'm taking one more question today. How do I deal with FOMO? I know I need to look at long term on my journey to financial freedom. How can I make this possible when I have huge cases of FOMO? And for those who do not know, it is fear of missing out. So I'm going to read out to you about an experiment done in the US. Don't worry about this word called marshmallow. Let's call it a chocolate for all you have. So the question is, do you want to have one chocolate now, or do you want to have two chocolates after 15 minutes, right? And you do not know it's going to be just 15 minutes. So sometime in the 1960s, one Stanford professor named Walter Mischel conducted an experiment with hundreds of 4 and 5-year-olds. And the team of researchers did this. They brought the children into a private room, made them sit there, gave them one chocolate, and said, if you do not eat this chocolate by the time we come back, we'll give you one more. So some children ate it immediately. Some children waited for some time and then gave in to the pressure. And some children just waited, right? And these guys came back in 15 minutes. Now I can tell, if you had told the children, here is a clock and I'll come back in 15 minutes, some children would have sat watching the clock and not eaten. Unfortunately or fortunately, they were not told when, in how much time they will come back. Now for a 5-year-old sitting with a chocolate in hand or anything in hand and saying not to use it for the next indefinitely, that is very difficult. Now this experiment worked in the 1960s in Stanford, and after that, when they followed up, they found that these kids had done very well over a long period of time in their generally in life. So delaying gratification is something which is very useful while investing or generally in life. It is very useful. Now, how do you teach this to your children? Forget how it applies to you. We will come back to it. So what you do is you buy a slab of chocolate, anyone, Amul, Cadbury, doesn't really matter, and tell the child that there are 32 pieces of chocolate in this, right? Each one can be broken, and you have to consume this chocolate over a 30-day period, right? So 32 pieces over a 30-day period. You can eat one forward or two forward, or you can eat backward, not a problem. You leave it as it is and don't touch it for 3-4 days, that's fine. Otherwise, you should eat one every day, which means there should be this chocolate, it should be in your fridge. Your child should be taking it out and eating one piece. It is very difficult, and not all children will be able to do it. So that teaches you how to teach handling FOMO. Believe me, I can't do it, but my daughter can do it. My daughter can eat one piece a day for 30 days. I can't do it. And it still makes me a good investor because I can do it in investments. But this is the only way to start your 6-year-old, teaching them about FOMO, saying, the chocolate is going to be there. Nobody is going to steal it. Don't worry, but eat one piece a day. So you are teaching delayed gratification. If you did not, if nobody taught you delayed gratification and you are already 30 years of age, please go and learn delayed gratification. That is the only way how you can avoid FOMO. Next, get out of all these WhatsApp groups which keep giving you advice on what to do on a daily basis, and you say, I will trade only one day of the week. I will not trade day in and day out. I will not trade every hour. I will not sell hoping to buy it back at a lower price. I will not buy hoping to sell it at a higher price. I will not do those things. And think multi-year, multi-decade, multi-generational wealth creation. If you are interested in wealth creation at all, if you are having fun in the markets, who am I to stop you? Right? There are millions of people having fun thanks to the government stimulus in the US, where the government is also giving money to individuals. So those individual grants are going to them, maybe 600 a week or 800 a month. Some money is going, and that money through Robinhood traders is perhaps finding its way back into the market. So be it. We cannot stop others from doing it, but at least we can stop ourselves from falling for this. So this fascinating experiment which was done in Stanford did teach people that delayed gratification is the most useful thing, and success largely lies from delaying the gratification. The minute you know that, and whenever there is enthusiasm to do, or eagerness, I would say, not enthusiasm, eagerness to do something, divert your attention. For example, if you're trying to do this delayed gratification in food, and you have an urge to eat, just maybe go for a walk, maybe drink a glass of water, maybe do something else, divert attention. Don't look at the markets for long periods of time. You say, I will look at the market at 9:30 in the morning, then next day morning 9:30. During the day, I will not look at the market. Maybe you should have an advisor without whose help you will not buy or sell. This helps because at least another second thought is being given to something. You think Reliance is overpriced, fully priced, and you want to sell. So you will go and sell. Whereas if you talk to your friend, he'll say, oh no, but they're doing well in e-commerce, this, that, etc. So you might stop you from selling. Or the reverse, you might want to say, oh, Reliance is doing so well, let me buy the share at 2,300. And then you find that it comes to 1,900. Maybe that's the price to buy again, instead of selling and saying, oh, let me make a 400 rupee loss and go home, right? So creating a second opinion, asking somebody, it could be a wife, it could be your children, it could be a market guy, it could be a person who does not like equity markets at this juncture, could be anybody. So at least create a second thought, and after that, if you still want to go ahead, then go ahead and make it very difficult for yourself. Like for example, if you're dealing with, say, HDFC Securities, log out completely. Make sure that you have to again go to Google, search for it, and then log in. So it delays the process, right? Something else could come up during the time and help you. So try doing some of those things, and also understand, just because you can control your urge to eat, it does not mean you can control your urge to trade. But learning from one field can always be applied to another field, but it is an attempt. Don't think that the learning from one field automatically transfers to the other. No, you have to sit and learn. You know how delayed gratification helps you with your food. You have to learn how to use delayed gratification to help with your investments. Thank you.